Security cameras were created to protect us. Their existence in our homes should prevent terrible things from happening to us. However, some events could care less for those devices, and the only use for these cameras is for us to witness the most terrible and incomprehensible events that you can imagine. So grab on to whatever you have by your side, because they are coming strong. My name is Leonor Clay, and you're watching The Darkest Secret. Today we present 5 scary videos caught by security cameras, Part 5. Number 5. The footage that welcomes us to this video corresponds to a strange situation lived by a security guard who worked at night in a government establishment in the city of Caracas, Venezuela. The camera shows the man who was finishing his nightly rounds when suddenly he heard a noise coming from the other side of the door. So as a responsible guard would do, he stayed to see what it was about. Put yourself in his place at all times while watching this video, and then tell me if you would have reacted the same in the comments below.
Ahí estoy grabando. Ahí me acalambré. Cacho, ahí me acalambré. Mira. Ahí me acalambré. Yo ahí no daba para caminar allá abajo. Por el barco, solo. Mira, ve cómo se ve la cara de la niña en la mano. ¿Y tú la viste? Sí, claro. Ahí donde estaba, lo estaba viendo y yo estaba que me moría. Y ahí no podía caminar yo. Mira, ahí está cerrando la puerta. Mira, ahí está cerrando. Yo le digo, vete para allá adentro. Yo le dije, vete para allá adentro. Aquí no vengas a molestar. Ya ves cómo abre la puerta.
La puerta me atenció abierta.
Todo eso estaba abierto en la mañana. Yo encerré y salí para abajo.
The guard's terror is noticeable in his behavior. You can tell when he's going to close the door that the light is moving away. The guard says that behind the door there's only a dark corridor without windows, so the idea of it being a flashlight that illuminates from the outside is not possible. On the other hand, if you look closely, that light is quite stable in its movement, something impossible for a person to achieve due to the pulse of one's hand. What could it be? Do you notice anything else in this strange recording? Leave it in the comments. Number 4. The following video features this person who was in a store with his pet, a daily routine for many that would take an unexpected and disturbing turn, when in the words of this man, something attacked him to the point of almost losing his finger. Look for yourself. As if it were an invisible force, it is seen how one of his fingers is strongly pulled back, causing him pain that is clearly revealed in the image. How is that possible? Could it be a cramp? Although in the first instance, it may leave that impression, cramps correspond to muscle contractions, which is the opposite that is observed in the clip. Do you notice anything else in this video? Does that piñata seem familiar to you? Do you remember the paranormal case related to this piñata? I'm not sure if it's the same young man or if it's another store. Is it the same? Does the piñata have something to do with the disturbing and painful situation that this man lived through? Number 3. Daily, dozens of security camera videos are uploaded on the internet, capturing the strangest things. Some are very shocking, while others are so unbelievable that they are on the edge of being ridiculous and even illegal. In cases like these, the cameras serve as evidence for crimes. But in other cases, the cameras only serve to reaffirm an event that no one can believe. The recording that you will see below is clearly an example of that. What you are seeing was recorded by a man who was in charge of taking care of a small hostel at night. He was circulating outside the enclosure when, without knowing why, he began to feel like he was being watched. The fear was so great that he immediately entered the cabin where the security camera screens are installed. First, to take refuge and to calm his fear. Second, to see if his instinct was right. What did the screen show? Look carefully.
We have caught a ghost on camera. Let's see, hang on, it's gonna pull up here in just a second. Okay, there it is right there. Watch. It goes all the way across the camera. Now that you know where it's at, I'll pull out a little bit and just watch this thing. It goes all the way across. And there's not a light because there is no light back there behind. You can see up on the hill back there, there's no light there. There's nobody over here, but it's still going across the camera. You can't see it as much now, but it's there.
What was seen crossing the screen? It is as if it were a small being of light that slowly crosses the image. It is not an orb, nor is it a light. Although the man cannot describe it, he is sure that that was what generated the feeling of being observed. He was definitely not alone that day. Number 2. The previous post serves as an introduction to what you'll see now. Although the existence of beings of light has always been within inexplicable paranormal phenomena, these have more to do with stories than with actual audiovisual evidence. They are very rare, even for me. Until this video, they were non-existent. Nothing but stories and mythological creatures. However, like the previous clip, recently concrete evidence has begun to spread that these beings could be a reality, that they are among us, and that they can even be seen with the naked eye. Proof of that lies in the following video. First, you see a strange shape descending from the sky. Though the quality is not that good, it could be anything. However, the really strange thing happens when it steps on the ground and appears to walk while changing shape. Can we call this a being of light? Or maybe it's something different. Could it maybe be technology from out of this world? Notice how it can move thanks to limbs that appear beneath its body. However, the most unusual thing was that two people caught a glimpse of that creature and were astonished just by looking at it. They described it as a being that emitted its own light, which was not seen in the security video. It looked brighter, and it was definitely not a helium balloon. Both decided to run away when in front of their eyes, the entity, or the being of light, began to change shape. Number 1. We end with a shocking footage that reached my email thanks to Edgardo Silva, a regular subscriber who from Bogota, Colombia, tells me that in a housing complex where his parents live, there are security cameras installed on the outskirts of it, capturing the disturbing moment where out of nowhere, a strange being appeared in front of the cameras. Observe.
No creo.
Although it was practically imperceptible, if you look closely, that being was always there, as if it was patiently waiting for that person to come out, to then become more visible and be able to enter the place. A footage that remains as one more proof of the existence of the so-called shadow beings, entities of unknown origin that have already been captured on camera several times, and of which I have already mentioned in previous videos. As you can see, a compilation of strange phenomena that would never have seen the light were it not for security cameras that have been a great contribution to scholars of these topics, and that will surely give us much more material in the future. I hope you liked this video because we have come to an end. My name is Leonor Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.